was once a dream that was Rome.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Roland. This is the best channel that nobody watches except a few special people like yourselves. And today we're going to be doing a new episode of the Backlog Explorers podcast with Sotiris. Say hi. Hello, Sotiris.
Hello, everybody. Very excited with this one.
Yes.
We have much to see, but very, very excited.
Yes. My brain, I don't know if Sotiris' brain as well, but it's midnight. We both just finished our jobs, our shifts. So maybe my brain is going to be a little bit melted, but we're going to push through. It's fine. The game will help us. It inspires us. So we're going to be doing actually something new today, Sotiris. We're going to be talking about a newly released game, which we plan on doing more in the future. We're going to pick and choose, of course, because we cannot play everything, because time is very limited. And also, not every game deserves our attention. But today we're going to be talking about Mortal Shell 2, which came out 5 days ago, theoretically. Practically, it came out on the 17th if you ordered the Rakamaka phone edition. And also, like, as opposed to other, like, games, it's actually 50 euros, the standard edition, which is very nice. I very much appreciated the fact that they toned down the price for whatever reason, because I don't think, like, I find it a little bit odd that now every newly released game from like AAA developers, all of them have to be like 70 euros or something, even if they don't deserve that money, you know what I mean? Like, I always appreciate, it's not like the endless discussion. It's not like we can't afford it, but it's like you always appreciate when you see a developer not being greedy and doing something different than most of them do nowadays, I guess. Okay, so Sotiris, do you like this game? How was your first impression of this game? Talk to me. What comes first to your mind when you think of Mortal Shell 2?
Look, before I talk about Mortal Shell, my initial thoughts and feelings was kind of mixed, because I also tried the first game, Mortal Shell 1.
Yes, we should mention, sorry to interrupt, we should mention that we wanted to do an episode on the first game, but we both played it and just kind of fell off, and we were like, maybe leave it for another day. But also we were fully aware of the fact that the second game will come out, so we decided to just keep that in our pockets, and now we can eventually today a little bit, and maybe on the second episode when we talk about this game with our final thoughts, we will do a more comparison style as well. We're gonna compare the two games, but yeah, go ahead.
Yes, to be honest, the first game was not my cup of tea. I didn't like it actually at all, to be honest, because I'm not a very huge fan of the Soul-like games. It was very hard for me.
Yeah, we're not experts here, by the way, but we do.
Yeah.
Like I personally do like to dip into it every now and then when a good one comes out, and just to see what it is. Go ahead.
Yes, of course, we'll speak in detail, but in general, the first game was not a favorite of mine. And when I started playing Mortal Shell 2, I was kind of aware of it, but I'm very pleasantly surprised that I am actually enjoying it, that it exceeded all my expectations, because actually the second game removed all the hassles that the first game had. So
yes,
it's much more enjoyable.
Yes.
Yeah, so as far as the graphics, the gameplay, the battle, the combat, which we will talk about, everything is amazing. Up until this point, I'm very pleasantly surprised, and I believe that you're also feeling the same about it, right?
Yes, this is one of those really nice occasions, let's say, where the sequel actually improves a lot on the original game, because it does improve a lot of things on the original game. I personally enjoyed the original game as well, but it's, I'm the type of player, especially with Souls, like I told you, Sotiris, before we started recording, I like to play maybe 1 hour, a couple of hours every 2 days, and when you don't have a map, in Mortal Shell 1 you don't have a map. When you don't have a map, it gets a little bit confusing after a while.
Yeah. you forget what you learned.
Yeah, you forget, like, okay, because usually you go down a path and then you go down another path once you cleared it. But if you tiptoe around it like I do, then it's like, okay, was I here before, or where am I supposed to go now, or what did I want to do? Like, I remember when I played I didn't finish. I actually only finished, I think, only one Souls. No, well, maybe more Souls-like games, but out of the famous ones, I finished Demon Souls on PlayStation 5, the remake one. And I remember there were occasions, Sotiris, where I would like leave notes to myself to what to do next time I play, because I knew that I was gonna forget shit. Because life is busy and I don't want to complain, but it is a process with these games. And this is like the sequel. This one is like a pretty big improvement because you get a map. First and foremost, you get a map, and it's an open world Souls-like game. So it gave me a lot of Elden Ring vibes, because I did play. I have like 50 hours in Elden Ring. Of course, I just reached the tip of it because it's a very vast game. I never finished it. I'm gonna finish it one day, hopefully, because it's an amazing game. But this is I agree with you. I like this game much more than the first one. I didn't dislike the first one as much as you did. I find joy in it. But this is a massive improvement with a lot of aspects. Like, for example, I remember the first thing that I noticed and I was very happy about is the lock-on mechanism. Because, like, first off, I hate lock-on mechanisms, but in Souls-like games, it's kind of a necessity, I would say. I remember in the first game, it would be, I don't know if you probably had this. Well, locking on to enemies was pretty tricky because you had to be like pretty close to them. And a lot of the times what would happen to me is like you would press on the controller, I think it's the R3, yeah? And instead of locking on the enemy, your character would just do a 180 turn or just turn around or something. It would be horrible. But in this game, the lock-on is much better. You can do it from further, and it just feels more natural, and it's not a problem at all for me in this game. But anyway, yeah, first impressions. We both like the game. What did you like most about it? Let's go ahead and talk about positives, and then we'll do about the negatives, I guess.
Look, starting with combat mechanics and gameplay flow, I believe that the biggest plus is the absolute elimination of the stamina bar for me.
Okay.
Because
that's an interesting developer choice. But go ahead, yeah.
I'm sure it makes it a bit easier because, as you also mentioned before we started the episode, in the first game that you had the stamina bar, that gave you a bit of a strategic aspect that you had to strategize. Yes. But at the same time, I have to swing 2 times and then like wait 5 seconds to swing the third one. I mean, why? Doesn't make much sense.
Because Dark Souls, man.
Yeah, I mean, okay. For example, you see in this game, you can sprint, dodge, swing melee weapons and whatever, and you can simply enjoy because games are all about fun.
That is very true. So that it's a very interesting discussion, and I'm actually curious about what hardcore Souls-like players think about it, because it obviously makes it easier, right? But this is not. I wouldn't say this is an easy game, right? So it reduces the difficulty a little bit, but it adds to the fun aspect more for the game, and I think that will allow more people to enjoy this game. Maybe people for example, like me, like I said, I'm not like a very Dark Souls typey player. I do enjoy the games, but I almost never finish them because they require a lot of energy and attention to actually be good at them and to actually finish them. So this makes the bar a little bit lower. It makes it a little bit easier, but it makes it a lot more fun. Yeah, that's. I'm just curious. I'm gonna have to go on forums and see what people think about the no stamina bar, because I do enjoy it. I agree with you. It makes the game more fun.
Also, what I really do like is the fact that they added the sidearms, which also gives a second mean of strategic, how how to say it.
It adds depth, yes, to the
Aspect,
gameplay.
bravo, depth. Also with the boss fights is also very useful sometimes.
And it just
if you leave
feels
them in,
cool.
like,
It feels cool to look like you have maybe a couple of enemies and you just go in, you shoot them a few times, and you run at them and swing your sword at them. It's yeah, it's fun.
and not only this, we have to mention that there are also the tar stones, which are items that give you certain buffs and abilities to your character.
Yes.
That, for example, there are also specialized for sidearms, and for example, if you kill an enemy, it also explodes. That
Yes.
can stun the nearby enemies. There is much depth. That's what I like. That wasn't apparent in the first game.
Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, that's true.
Also, of course, there is also a tar stone that also gives you the ability to harden, which was the mechanic of the first game.
The
If you are
original game,
nostalgic,
yes.
if you are nostalgic and want to feel like you're playing the first one, whatever. Also, what I also really do like, and I am mesmerized by it, and it reminds me the depth of Elden Ring, is the exploration and
Yeah.
the design of the open world. It's amazing.
Yeah, the design is nice. Yes, the design is nice. Like, and I also exploration is awesome in this game. I have to agree. I had a little bit like, I'm a little. I told you this before we recorded. Like, I have this thing where, okay, I started the game and I was like, okay, so this is an open world map. I want to see everything, right? I always start out these games like this. I want to see everything, and then halfway through, okay, let's just finish the game. But anyway, I start the game and then I'm like, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there. But then every path breaks into a couple of other paths, and it's like my brain was starting to malfunction, like blue screen, old school blue screen from the PC, you know, because I wanted to explore everything, and that's a good thing, because exploration is cool. As much as we played so far, I think I have 8 hours or 9 hours or something like that, so I didn't play it that much. This is a first impression video, that's why it's called first impression, not the full review. But exploration is awesome.
If you'd allow me, I would like to add that the open world exploration is a bit limited, but because I don't know if you've noticed that in some parts, some of the paths are blocked, and it says that
Yes.
you need more Orgum to unlock them. So that means that you have to visit the corrupted gates first,
Yes.
so you can be able to explore further, which is also very nice. But nonetheless, the exploration is amazing. Also, it's very, very rewarding. I mean, you get rewards, placed items everywhere. So the more you explore, the more rich you're going to become. And in the early game, it's very valuable. For
Yes.
example, there was like a big frog that also has a quest. And I simply gave him a mushroom, that, you know, the healing mushroom.
Yeah.
And he gave me 2,000 gold, which for the beginning, it's very useful.
Okay, maybe we should go and try to find some of those frogs in real life as well. We see if we can
For
find
real.
some.
Also, I wanted to add that I don't know if later this is going to change, but up until this point, the enemies are not very diverse, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yes.
Different.
Yes,
Yeah, after a while, it gets a bit repetitive, and what gets a bit repetitive, which was much more repetitive in the first game, so don't get me wrong, this game is better in this part, but it's the movement sets of the enemies. They are doing the same
Yes,
kind of patterns.
yeah, that's
and
true.
after,
The skinny guys do the same stuff, and also I don't know, they look
the
like Star Wars
the Templar
characters.
Knight.
Yeah,
The Templar Knight also does the same sets. It has like 3 types of attack. So this, of course, is very helpful, because after a while you can know how to parry them. You can, you know,
I mean, it
train
gives you
on
can
the
gain
parry.
confidence faster, yeah, because you figure it
Yeah.
out faster. So
But
it's
you know, I'm sorry, I want to add something finally. You're playing against this type of enemies. You are getting, you know, your morale high, and then you go to the boss fight and you get absolutely destroyed, because the difference in the difficulty from the mobs and the boss, it's huge.
I mean,
is also
yeah,
very
as it
nice.
should be. But yeah, you are right, because you sometimes, like this happened to me. You gain like fake confidence. where I'm like, okay, I figured this out, I can move, I can boom, and then I miss, like, we talked about that enemy, that chick that is some sort of sorceress, you know, you meet her pretty early on in the game, and I was like, oh, I figured this one out, I know, I just go and smack her around, and I missed the hit, and bro, like, she hit me like 3-4 times, I was dead. It was very funny, but it keeps you humble. And also, like you said, it's a faster game because you can. Again, there's no stamina, right? There's limited what do you say, actions that the enemy can make. So it's a little bit simpler, but it's more fun. I would say, like, to make an example, a comparison, like a classic Dark Souls 1 or 2, it's like a Formula 1 race, right? But this game, I would characterize it as, I don't know, like one of those races where cars crash into each other and there's like pilots are fighting sometimes, getting out of their cars and fighting. You know, it's a much more fun experience, I would say. Anyway.
But just to add that maybe later, because I believe we're in Act 1, or something like that, maybe later the enemies will change, diversify, and become much harder.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but I forgot. I did see criticism about this game, that the enemy is repetitive, but personally, I didn't notice that much up until now, because again, I have like 8 or 9 hours, and most of those hours are like me walking around the map and discovering and figuring out where to go and what to do. So yeah, we're gonna come back on that later on, I guess, after we finish the game. That would be a good point to come back at. Also, something that I enjoyed a lot while I was cutting up enemies is the gore. It's like body parts flying everywhere and big chunks of blood and stuff. That was something that I appreciated.
Most certainly, of course. Also, let me tell you that there is a tar stone that whenever you kill somebody, like with a riposte or something, they explode and they make splash damage on nearby enemies. So the gore is intense here.
Yeah, it's very, like, the gore is intense, and it's like a pretty metal game. Like, there's some pretty cool songs played every now and then. I haven't had a lot of them up until now, but of course, when you finish the prologue, you get a nice song and you walk on a certain nice path. But also, I was talking to, I think it's when you enter the first gate, right, behind the village.
Yeah, the mushroom village gate.
Yes, and inside the beacon, when you want to cleanse it, there's a fight that you have right before you cleanse the beacon, and this, like, there's multiple enemies in one place, but this pretty cool song hits you, and I enjoyed the song instantly. It was so cool, and I was starting to beat everybody up. But I'm hoping I'm gonna get some of that more later on as I progress through the game, because that was pretty nice. Yeah,
I don't want to spoil it for you, but the Sanguine Caverns, which is the northern gate, has very nice music. So I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Also, let's talk about the shells and the fact that you can add on the memories, and also you can spend points. They have skills now. It's much more expansive. It's very nicely made, and you can also build your character.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was thinking, because it's somewhat of a downgrade when it comes to leveling up, because you have just the basic level up, right, where you get some stats added to health, to damage, to your hardened, I don't know, like character, not the shells, right? But then you get a separate upgrade, like Tech 3, let's say, for each shell, which is okay, which that adds depth. That's pretty cool. But you don't get the classic, Dark Souls stuff with, like, I don't know, stamina, vitality, damage, strength, stuff like that. You don't get it here. You just upgrade the abilities that each shell has. And if I remember correctly, there's like 8 shells or something like that. In the original game, there was 4. If I'm right, I think I'm right. Mm-hmm. And in this one, they doubled that, which is pretty nice. We also have like a pretty round lady, if you want to play with that indeed. Shell.
Her name is Proxima, so log in.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because you have, like, when you start out the game, you have 2 options of shells. You get them on the map, and you can get Proxima, as you said, and you can get another guy, which I'm playing as right now, and I'm not enjoying it that much.
The assassin, it's Steel, his name, I remember.
Yeah, and it's good that you get an option from the get-go so that you keep the 0.1% ladies happy as well. The ones that
from my understanding, Till it's the assassin, and you can simply like dash, and it also adds to the break meter that the enemy has, which I guess it's very useful for veteran players who don't want to have the ultra super duper heavy guy.
It gives options to players, right, which is always good. He also has like the ability to like go behind the enemy and backstab him.
Bravo, the invisible.
It gives you a decent amount of damage. If that's your style, that's your style. I usually, when it comes to like Souls-like games, I always go to the tanky guys, but recently when I played, I can't remember what I played. Whatever. Oh, Lords of the Fallen, the first Lords of the Fallen from 2021 or 22. I started going for agility because it's just fun. It's just something different. But yeah, you have plenty of options. You have plenty of options to upgrade each shell depending on what you like. What else? The game looks really good. Like the first game looked also pretty nice, considering it was developed by a small team. I think it was 15 developers that developed the first game. Now the team is bigger. I think it doubled. It's like 30, but I'm not sure about the current team size. But anyway, the game looks really nice and it runs okay. Did you have any performance issues?
Nothing at all. Everything runs smoothly, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I'm sorry. Also, we forgot to add that during the main boss fights, which is once per corrupted gate, you can also recall Heal, as an ally. Who can fight with you. So this is another point to add. Which gives a bit, Lord of the Ring. Oh, no, not Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah.
Yeah, it gives Elden Ring.
We're butchering that game today, man.
And also something to add is the fact that the progression is much smoother and that you don't have the familiarity mechanic you remember from the first game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the items. You still have something with it. But you still have that.
Yes, but it's only limited to the tar stones that you upgrade by killing enemies, and they can progress to level 1, level 2, level 3, and they become even better. It's not that you are not able to use it because you don't know it that much. I haven't needed 500 times, so I don't know how to use the heal. You know what I mean? Well, it was time wasting.
Yes.
Other than that, just to inform the people that I have finished 2 of the corrupted gates, and I have also explored most of Painwheel, which is the northeastern part of the map.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we have like 30-40 hours of gameplay ahead of us. I have played this game for like 12 hours or something.
There's still plenty of meat on that bone for us, luckily.
Yes, and I am very impressed because I have also found a shell called Eredrim, which is the knight, and I believe that he will be the main character for me because he's heavy, he has a very nice weapon, and I am enjoying it slowly and steadily, and I think I'm going to have a lovely time. So up until this point, I don't know if I have something else to add. What about you?
There's also, like you said, you can also upgrade your weapons, of course. And what I liked and I noticed is that like the game is very generous in giving you crafting items to upgrade your weapon. Now I have a bunch of them stacked up because I usually I always keep my resources. I don't want to spend them. I just upgraded my sword, I think like with 2 points, but I keep everything else. But I did notice that you can basically find them everywhere if you explore the map. You won't have any problems with getting enough what are they called? Whatever. Objects to upgrade your weapon.
I think it was Ventriums and Laterite or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
But
Yes.
I'm sure that there won't be enough to upgrade all weapons, so you have to, you know,
No,
be
yes.
careful.
That's why I'm holding on to it, because the
Ah,
game
but
obviously has.
however, you can refund them. So never mind what I said. You can refund them and use it to the next weapon, for example, that you want
Yes,
to
that's
upgrade.
that's what I wanted to say. You can also refund them, and it's like there's plenty, so you don't have to worry about it. I didn't have any performance issues, but I mean, at this point in time, Jesus Christ, it's been 6 years. That's why I was. I have an AMD RX 6800 XT, which came out in 2020, back when it was the super crisis, and it ran it ran okay for me. I would say I always play on 1440p, so that's okay. I also,
Yeah,
what I like. Yeah, go ahead.
for me, I have the 4070 Ti and the 7800 X3D. I think CPU. I don't remember exactly the name.
Yeah.
But I wanted to add also that I have the Great Martyrs Great Sword at level 9, and I am slashing through whatever I see. So I'm very, it's very enjoyable.
Sounds like you're having a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What else? What else? What else? Because I wanted to. Yeah, the lock on is much better. We already talked about that. Combat is more fun and it's a little bit easier. That is correct. Exploration is rewarded and it's good. What I wanted to say is that, but this is in general. In general, with Souls-like games, this is also true, but especially with this one, because we did say no stamina. It's a little bit easier. It gives you the ability to be very, very aggressive. And what I like a lot about this game is that it challenges me. And it's like, that mentality of, usually with Souls-like games, I'm like, okay, I have to be careful here. I have to move there. I'm playing a little bit scared, I'll be honest, okay? I'm a little bit of a... I'm overly cautious, I would say. But with this game, I had that mentality, like, the movie Watchmen from 2009?
Yeah.
When
I am the main
Rorschach,
character.
yeah, when Rorschach is closed up in the prison, and he says, "I'm not locked in with you. You're locked here in with me." And it's like that mentality. That's how I go into this game when I play it, and I love the fact that it challenges me to have that mentality when playing it. Because usually I'm overly cautious when I play Souls-like games. I very much appreciated that. Also, like, the small details, like you said, the like the map design and such. I love, where when you go into a beacon, the infrastructure, the sandy color and the walls. I really like how they look. I mean, it's the same all the time, so it is repetitive a little bit, but I really appreciate the look of it and the design of it.
It gives another dimension, kind of Alienware.
Yes, yeah. It does. It's
also the armors of the shells are very nicely made, and the fact that you can also have the deluxe edition obsidian skins, they are also very nicely made as well.
Yeah, we got the early access because we wanted to make this video while the game was still relatively recently released, so we got the 3-day early access, which gives you some skins and whatever. They do look nice, but at the end of the day, you don't really need to do that. But again, what I do appreciate is the price of the game, which is like 50 euros, and it's a pretty long game. Like I mean, there's reports of anywhere between 35 hours to 40, but also people are saying that it's not much over 20, and the rest of them is a little bit like bloat, so to say. Or if you want to explore, or you want to complete the game, so on and so forth. But yeah, we should keep in mind the price as well when we talk about the game. What else? Well, again, good balance between hard and fun. I'd say this is a really good entry point for somebody that wants to, like, is interested in Souls-like games, but the classic ones are a little bit too intimidating, don't you think?
I will tell you, this game is quote unquote noob friendly for a
Yeah,
Souls game because I am a noob. I'm not gonna lie. I played
yeah, you and
Elden
me
Ring.
both. Yeah,
Yeah, I played Elden Ring with a mode that I could play it with my friend all the time.
yeah,
So I wasn't playing alone. I had help, even though the enemies were scaled up, so it can accommodate the two players. But at
yeah.
least I had help. If I played it on my own, I would never be able to defeat all these bosses. So I'm not experienced in the Soul-like games. But with this one, the more you play it, the better you become, which is the thing with most games. But this game gives you the necessary means to actually be useful. You know what I mean? It's
Yes. Did you finish Elden Ring?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah,
Oh,
of
of
course I did.
course.
Yeah.
Of course, he says. Man, I Elden Ring is one of those games that I always, I mean, not recently, but I thought about for many years, I was like, oh, I should finish that game, but it's so time consuming and it's like you have to be locked on to be able.
Unfortunately, I didn't play at all the DLC, and I'm hearing that it's much harder than the base game.
Yeah, but isn't
But
like the
yeah,
DLC only multiplayer and you go in and you fight
no, no,
enemies
no,
and
no, no, no. Night Rain is
Oh,
this.
yeah, because it had two
Yeah,
DLCs. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
this is another thing.
The
Yeah,
first
and
DLC was
I
story.
also played Night Rain. It was kind of nice, but after a while it gets repetitive. I got bored.
Yeah.
And the DLC, I don't remember the name, of course. It was
Yeah, the
where you
first.
killed where you kill the god of blood at this temple, whatever. I don't know if you've reached this part. This is where you go at the hand of that goddess, and you get teleported to another dimension, and this is where the DLC starts,
Yeah.
as far as I remember. But yeah,
Yes, that's
that's
right.
another
Because
story.
there were two DLCs. The first one was a story DLC, and the second one was the multiplayer DLC. Yeah, I remember. That was so man. Just a little paragraph here. Like Elden Ring is so fantastic. I remember the first time I just ran around exploring the map. I mean, not the first time, but I was pretty in like 20, 30 hours in. And then I just see this random little portal and I go in and it's like teleporting me into some level beneath the main map, and it's just this vast area, man. It's so crazy.
With the purple sky and the Acropolis
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
background.
yeah, yeah.
I know the feeling the first
The
time I
oh
started
my
playing.
god, that was amazing. That was like so
Yeah,
rewarding because you like always explore and stuff, but you don't expect to find another a completely different map. The completely
yeah.
different level on the map. It is quite fantastic.
To be
Anyway,
honest, the only game that I met that has this level of detail and apart the fact that it's entirely different in its basis, it's Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3,
yeah.
I'm amazed and mesmerized. The depth that they have in the world detail. What? Anyway, this is another discussion.
Yeah, so many great games, so little time to play them. Anyway,
Unfortunately.
yeah, man,
But here
yeah,
we are with Mortal Shell 2, an absolute beast, huge upgrade from the first game.
it is a
Bravo
great, it is a good
to the
upgrade.
studio. And
Yes,
I'm sure that we will have more stuff to discuss in the final thoughts when we finish this gem of a game, because up until this point I have no negative thoughts, apart from the things that we said about the repetitiveness of the enemies. But maybe they will change later on. I don't know if we will go to another
yeah, we'll
dimension
see.
or whatever. I
We
have
can
no idea.
we can come back
So
to that
yeah,
point.
it's early for us to judge, but up until this point I'm very happy, and I believe that it worth its price 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't have any negative things to say about the game?
Judging from how much I hated the first one, not really.
Okay, well, I have a few. First off, I really hate those rock spiders, the guys that jump on you and stuff like that.
Yes, it's until you learn how
But
to time the parry.
yeah, I have to go back to the parry because currently I'm on the I like to use the hardened stuff because like I don't know, like it reminds me of the first game and it's like, oh, Mortal Shell, whatever, but I have to go to the parry because it's much more fun.
Leave the rock behind, bro. Play it as a Elden Ring. Just party them.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave Medusa behind. I'm not gonna get rocked anymore. But I did notice a couple of stuff. Like, did you never fall into like pits or stuff where you couldn't get out of? Because it did happen to me. Because as I said, I explored and then I tried to go up on hills then on which maybe I shouldn't have gone. But then,
to be honest, the only glitch that I encountered was with Proxima. You know, her main skill that you can inject the biometrics to an enemy. That guy, I was in a crypt, and as soon as I clicked it, she went behind the wall, and Proxima was glitched in the animation, and I wasn't able to get out of this animation. That she has her hand extended to inject the thing, and I had to reload. That was the only bug that I encountered. I have nothing else.
Okay.
And I also, I haven't dropped to any kind of dead ends or something.
Yeah, I mean, I did drop because I can't remember where I was, but I was going around and I was supposed to drop in one place, and then I just ended up in a small hole and I couldn't get out of it. So I had to restart the game. That's not a big issue, but also, I mentioned you this before we started recording. I reached my first main boss, because there's multiple small bosses that you encounter everywhere, but the first main boss, and like the camera just kicked my ass so hard. I was doing okay, I was fighting her, whatever. And that boss is also like the design. Let's just mention, man, grandmothers doing drop kicks. It fills my heart with joy when I saw that. That's so awesome. And it's so hilarious. Anyway, I reached the first boss, which for me, I mean the first boss for me, because maybe you can encounter other bosses, which is this fat lady in a metal wheelchair
Magdalena.
with rockets, whatever. Yeah, okay, Lady Magdalena, let's say. But whatever, I was fighting, and at one point in time she knocked me back, and I got stuck in a place, in a corner. I couldn't see my character. I couldn't figure out what the heck is going on, and she was just jumping on me. So that was pretty annoying. And it's not the only time that I had like stuff with the camera that pissed me off. Did you ever encounter trouble with the camera and stuff like that?
And now that you mentioned the fact when you are cornered, you cannot see where you are, so you simply spam circle to dash.
Yeah, you
out of the place. But that's
something
in every game, I guess. Yeah,
that's true. That's not something that's an isolated problem with this game. It happens in all of the Souls-like games. Absolutely every one of them, with no exception. But yeah, I think this is a good point to finish our thoughts. It makes me very happy that it's a massive improvement on the first game. I did enjoy the first game as well, and it's one of those games like Elden Ring which makes me want to go back and actually finish it, which I might finish it after later this year, I guess. But it's a big improvement on the first one. We're very happy about that, and I guess we will share our other thoughts in the next one, which will come. Sotiris, I'm gonna say now, so that's gonna add pressure on us, so we actually do it. It should be
next week.
Yeah, exactly, next week. It should come before the 3rd of September, because on the 3rd of September the other game comes out that we want to do. It's a new game, you're gonna see. So we're gonna do that back then. And also this weekend we're gonna do an older game, right?
Yes, indeed.
So we are busy, but this is a joyful ride for us, at least for me, and I'm sure for you as well. If you have any final thoughts, maybe we should, you know what? Because this is something new for us. We are doing a new game, right? Let's say but you already said like up until now, would you suggest to people to buy this game right now at full price and enjoy it, or maybe just wait a little bit from what you've played so far?
I mean, as a noob Souls-like player, the fact that I like it so much, I'm sure that if somebody has played any kind of Dark Souls or something, I'm sure that he will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Of course, watch the before you buy videos on YouTube. That might give you a better insight on the situation, but this game is very good as it is. Also, they have released a balancing patch on day one when the game came
Was
out.
officially released, yeah. And there's also a demo, so you can try it out for free if you want. You can play the demo on Steam, so that's also a big thing.
Guys,
you see, like, the small things, man. Like, demos used to be such a, like, every game had a demo, right? Nowadays, barely any games have demos.
There were CDs for PS2 that there was like 20 demos.
Yeah, and my local internet cafe had all of them. There were no full games, only the demos.
Let's be honest. I mean, 50 euros for a game and a company that it's doing so nicely. They are honest. They have made a very nice upgrade based on the first game. I mean, they deserve the money. And the fact that they also have the demo, they respect themselves, and they're not forcing you to buy the game so you can check it out. They deserve the money. I mean, as far as I am concerned, until this point, I really enjoy the game. I don't know if later on I will be stuck in the boss for like 1 week and I'm gonna lose my mind. But until now, it's not very hard. It's not easy as far as the bosses are concerned, because the mobs are kind of easy. After a while, you get used to them.
Yeah,
but
as you get better, yes.
What makes more, I don't know how to say, what is more important is the fact that it's fun. That's what it's supposed to be.
What matters, is that it's enjoyable, yes.
And not try hard. Of course, there will be the tryhards, okay?
Yeah. But it's also you can also like there's also room for, like, if you really try hard, you can also like just play with no shells. You can play with your like what do you call it, hardened body or whatever.
Harbinger, yeah.
You can play as the Harbinger. You can do less upgrades, or like there's a lot of things. It's actually like very friendly towards all of the all of the spectrum of the Souls-like games. And like, coming back to if it's worth it or not, I think this is a great game for, like, games usually try to, like, nowadays developers try to make games for like everybody. Oh, let's try to catch everybody and make everybody play this game, and they usually fall flat and fail miserably. But I think this game, when it comes to like hardcore Souls-like gamers and players that like don't play Souls-like games at all, this is like a good game for both of those crowds, and I think that's a big bonus. And like you said, developers seem to be fairly honest in the offering. They offer you a demo that you can buy. They offer you the game at 50 euros, where others would ask you 70 euros, for example. So all of these small little details makes me want to think that this is a game that's actually worth it to buy it right now, if you are really looking to get into a game such as this. And it's a lot of fun. It gives you like plenty of hours if you are concerned about the length of the game. And up until now, I can't talk badly about it, but we'll see when we finish it and we come back and we talk about it next week. So with that in mind, I think it is time to say goodbye, I guess. This is a shorter run, but it's gonna be split in two, so obviously it's gonna be a shorter one. So we can leave you guys, go ahead and play the game. I guess
I am excited to keep playing it, to be honest. Very happy as it is right now. We'll see how it goes, I guess.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, Sotiris, well, I guess it's time to say goodbye. So I will say goodbye to you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you just saw. Feel free to leave a comment and tell you what's your opinion about the game. And in general, like, give us general feedback is always welcomed. We appreciate you watching, and now I'm gonna let Sotiris have the last words. Go ahead.
The Emperor protects. Thank you everybody for watching, and as Roland said, if you have any kind of feedback on or any thoughts about the game, we're more than happy to see them below. Thank you so much.
Yes, see you guys. Bye bye.